I decided I was going to switch it up this week. You know, making songs these days and music production is so much inside work, so much time spent looking at a computer screen, usually multiple screens, and then editing the videos. You know, sometimes it's nice to just get back outside and literally touch grass. It's a beautiful day. It'd be a shame to waste it. And so I figure I'd do two things at once. Make a video and enjoy beautiful sunlight underneath the shade of my willow tree. And this week I thought it was pretty fitting too, seeing as I made a song that is a lot different from the songs that I usually make. First off being, I wrote it on piano, and I don't play piano, not really. There's barely any guitar in it, which is kind of cool for me because sometimes I feel shackled to the damn thing, you know? So that being said, I kind of feel like it was a cool direction for me to take. Trying new things, a lot of lessons learned about production on this one. Also dove in on some really kind of deep lyrical content that I'd really like to refine in maybe some future songs as well. I think it was an interesting vein to tap. So yeah, I think future me is going to pick up the video now, where I am looking at a computer screen, and I'll walk you through the session and you can see what I'm talking about. I think I'll just kick it here for a little bit longer. I'll see you later. Oh, what's up, Jack? Come here. This is Jack. He's our oldest cat. He didn't look like it, but he's like almost 11 years old. He loves me. He's my favorite. Say hi.
Welcome back inside. Here we are in Studio One, my digital audio workstation, also known as a DAW. We're back again looking at a computer screen, missing outside, but we got a cool song. It's called If I Ever Fall Asleep, and I took a much different take on this one. I wrote it on the piano a long time ago, well, like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. It was a long time ago though. And so I kind of got carried away with this one. At first I was going to do it kind of like a piano ballad style where it's just vocals and piano, but that got away from me very quickly in the process of searching for piano sounds. I ended up finding something else, and I named it Flute Keys. It's the sample off of Sample Tank from IK Multimedia. It's pretty cool sounding. Kind of reminds me of like almost like a fairy tale if it was told in the 70s. And so that kind of ended up shaping the soundscape for this, was this particular synth. This is it actually, right here. Sounds like that. Here's the actual riff of the song. Pretty cool sounding. Then got a washy synth underneath it. Sounds like this. Nothing to actually like focus on it, but it's there to fill space, just kind of create the soundscape. Kind of sounds retro in its own right too, like it's kind of broken. When I was working on this song, I was kind of lost a little bit in trying to figure out how to make a song like this. I don't have a lot of experience. Everything I do is usually in the realm of rock and, you know, almost kind of aggressive. And if it is a slow song, it gets aggressive later on. And so this song does kind of do that, but in still more of a subdued, almost like orchestral way. It's really simple in the beginning. It just kind of goes that way. I have one vocal track that plays in the beginning of the song with the piano. The lead vocal track sounds like this by itself.
If I ever fall asleep, just know that you'll be happy in my dreams. The kind of deep in life we're destined. When it comes time to lay down this weird.
So the vocal performances sound tired, and it's because I was. I tend to record all my vocals pretty late at night. It's the only time that I have available to do so. That being said, I thought it kind of fit the theme of the song. So I stuck with it and kind of let it happen and leaned into it a little bit. And the vocals end up opening up a lot more later on in the song too. So that takes us to our B section. Very simple structure to this song. Just A, B, A, B. Nothing fancy, nothing, just a big build, basically. So the B part is kind of this musical build. And it kind of sounds like this, without the vocals. A lot of cool washy sounds going on here. I'll do a shout out to Sky Keys here because they're a small company, but they dropped this really cool plugin that has just really cool vintage sounds in it. This one in particular, Ultrasign. But check this sound out. It's just really neat. Really cool. So I made that one side and then I made the violins the other, since they're kind of occupying the same space. So together they sound like this. Kind of washy and moving, but they're not parallel. They're not doing the same exact thing. And I thought that kind of sounded cool. Then right down the middle, I got a brass section, and this is the BBC Orchestra, the free plugin from Spitfire Audio. This is just a must. If you do any kind of at-home recording, there's no point in not getting this. It sounds really great. It's somewhat limited, but it doesn't matter. It's so legit just on its own. Pick it up because it's free and it sounds like. So this is the brass section. That's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the orchestra stuff. This is really just my first toe dip into this style because there's a bunch of things I want to do with like the orchestra sounds and also like the, kind of more modern electronic sounds too. And so over that part, we have our vocals. The vocals are really kind of washy and there's a lot of backing vocals and a callback part. Some falsetto parts. Altogether, it sounds really cool. Here it is, soloed.
Do we come back around? Or do we cease to make a sound? Moments unclear. If love is the beat of our hearts, and grief is the fire.
So that is that part, and all of that build up kind of comes to this big apex part where the drums come in. That's what we're all waiting for, is just for the drums to come in. That sounds like this. For the drums, I got some cool stuff going on. I have... What is this? What is it? So for the kick and the snare, I got a couple splice samples layered on. There's 2 kicks and 2 snares. The splice samples sound like this. And the other samples sound like this. They make one fat kick and snare. Also got a cool hat loop. Goes like this. Also just from Splice. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, I made a cool like arpeggio thing that goes throughout the whole song. And it's almost like these bells. Sounds like this. Pretty sweet. Another hat loop. Sounds like this. And I just kind of let that keep going. Although they are definitely not up in front, I have some guitars coming at this point too. Just kind of chugging along. Really down low in the mix, just to kind of create a little, fill out the space and add a little depth. Got a ton of delay and a chorus on both of those. Different amp sims, different sides. I almost forgot about the bass. The bass is a synth. The bass is on Presence, which is the stock Studio One synth, which has just like a ton of really good sounds, I feel, in my opinion. I mean, I guess I wouldn't know. I'm not a big synth guy yet. But anyway, yeah, the bass sounds like this. I also have the glide feature on the bass as well. Thought it kind of added a cool sound to it. That being said, there's a lot in this song. There's a lot of tracks. You can see I can scroll for days. A lot of layers of everything. But that's it. It's just A, B, and the big build at the end kind of has everything. Everything gets louder. The drums keep going. Breakdown. And as far as the lyrics go, it's something I've wanted to tackle writing about for a while. A little heavy, but it's about, when you lose somebody and you dream about them, it's kind of a double-edged sword a little bit, depending on the dream too. But it's weird how when you dream something, you could be reminded of what somebody's voice sounds like, and so it can make you want to have those kinds of dreams. I think I'll probably revisit this subject matter again, just because I feel like, I'm happy with the lyrics, but I think there was more in there to write about, for sure. Okay. With that being said, I think that it is time for you to hear If I Ever Fall Asleep. Bye.
fall asleep, just know that you'll be happy in my dreams. The kind of deep in life we're destined. When it comes time to lay down this word. Now if I learned anything, sometimes things aren't exactly as they seem. A common misconception burns bright like a chemical reaction in hindsight. Do we come back around, or do we cease to make a sound? If love is the beat of our hearts, then grief is the blood of morning So if you ever fall asleep, I hope that I'd be happy in your dreams. The depths of the unknown imposing, finger locked grip between our trembling hands. It's not the end of anything, it's just the impetus of what life brings. Time flows on forever forward, a current swift in which we drift away. Do we come back around, or do we cease to make a Love is the beat of our hearts, then grief is the blood of morning
Okay, now for my favorite part of every week, where we show my extremely unbiased, brutally honest wife my song. Let's go check in with Chelsea. So, Chelsea, what did you think of If I Ever Fall Asleep?
I liked it. It was a slower song that you've done in a little while. But yeah, I liked it. I liked your vocal melodies. Your lyrics were very well thought out. It seemed your little beat, kind of. It was a little loud for me.
Oh, the drums?
That little beat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like I felt like it could have been maybe a smidge quieter.
Like a little piercing.
Maybe just a tiny bit.
Okay.
But yeah, overall, I liked the song.
Okay. So, from 0 to 10, how many Chelseas?
This is tough because I did like your lyrics a lot, but I feel like the song was a smidge boring.
Oh.
Just a smidge.
Okay.
But in the middle, the middle got better for me. The vocal melodies, I think, made the song in the middle of the song.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I'll give it a 6.
You heard it here
6
first,
Chelseas.
folks. 6 out of 10 Chelseas for If I Ever Fall Asleep. Let's go. And that does it for this week. That was If I Ever Fall Asleep. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it. Did you think it was boring? Did you like it? Did you like the change in style? I read all the comments, and if I get enough, I'll make a video responding to them. Also, make sure you like and subscribe. That means a lot to me, and you'll be my best friend. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.